Hey guys, Francis here for Go Guitar Lessons. Today we're taking a look at something that a few of you have requested, and that's for me to talk about the P90, specifically the P94 that I have installed into my Strat. So let's just talk a bit about this pickup. The P90 is a very famous pickup that was made in the 1940s by Gibson. It had a really good natural gain on it and still does. Of course, Gibson went away from the P90 when they invented the humbucker. So most of their models switched over to the humbucker for many years, with a few vintage staying with the P90. And then, of course, there was a resurgence with the P90 as everyone wanted to get that highly responsive and natural, high-end and natural gain from the pickup. So now we see a lot more P90s in Gibson guitars. And of course, everyone in the Strat world wanted to have a P90 as well. The problem being the standard P90 doesn't fit into a Strat properly without any alterations or routing onto the body of your Strat. So now what they have is they have something called a P94, which is a P90 in a humbucker casing. So this model I'm using is made by Gibson. It's a P94t. I'm not sure what the T means. Maybe it has something to do with the color, maybe. But this pickup is awesome. It has some real good grit to it. For me, just by switching to the P90, I don't even need to turn on a boost pedal if I'm playing blues. Now, depending on the song, I might want a boost, a distortion or a boost pedal on there. But I'll give you a quick example of what it sounds like. I'm plugged into kind of a crappy amp right now, so you're not going to get the true sound of how decent this sounds. But you'll be able to compare it to the other pickups I have in here, which is a custom Fat 50, just like David Gilmour uses, and there's another custom Fat 50 there. So. And of course, the P94 is in the bridge position. Okay, so some guitars have P94s. I mean, all throughout. If you look at some Les Pauls or some ES335s, they'll have P90s here in the bridge and neck position. So most Strats, I think, have it here in the bridge position because that's usually where the body is routed for a humbucker. So here's what my custom Fat 50 sounds like. That sounds nice and fat. I'll just go through all the positions, and then when we get to the P90, you can tell the difference. Here's the middle. I'll skip the I'll skip the middle position with those two until we actually hear the P90. Here's what the P90 sounds like on its own. So right away we have some good treble. Of course, we get a bit more treble in the bridge position, but we have just a slight bit of natural gain. The amp I'm using. It's just a Line 6 digital amp. It doesn't have the best response, but it's set to a pure clean tone. It's only clean. One of the things I like about this pickup is that I can switch to it, and then I can really take a lot more out of it by picking right over it. And sometimes when I'm playing live, if I want to get just a little bit more and I want to stand out and cut through the mud, I'll put on the P90 and I'll pick directly over it, sometimes even past it. When you do that with a P90 and you pick kind of right above it in the bridge position, or even closer to the bridge, you get that kind of like that kind of 30s, 40s sound where the guitar kind of sounds super trebly. Now with distortion, the P90 can be hit or miss depending on the distortion you're using. If you're using like a tube screamer overdrive, it sounds great. Of course, if you turn that tube screamer up, the gain up a lot, it can be just a bit too distorted. If you're using a metal or a distortion pedal, I wouldn't really recommend the P90 because sometimes it gives you a bit too much distortion and it will oversaturate the actual pedal. So you'll have to turn your settings down a lot because there is natural gain coming off of it. But most people use the P90 for a good blues sound and coming off of a clean slash I guess distorted sound. Let me show you what it sounds like with a bit of tube drive on it. All right, so I have a little bit of overdrive on it. This is kind of what it sounds like with my other pickups. And now here's the P90. Kind of have like a Clapton-y tone happening right now with the Line 6. So, I mean, this is a quick example of a P90. If you're into blues and you want that kind of natural distorted tone that everyone's looking for, I would highly recommend it. If it's your only guitar and you play a variety of styles, I mean, I would recommend making sure you have other options. There are times with this guitar where I do want to kick into a heavier sound and all of a sudden the P90 is a bit too piercing and a bit too overdriven. But in the right settings, with the right amp, with the right style of music that you're playing, this is an amazing, amazing sounding pickup, and you can't really find this sound in any other pickup. Most pickups are going for a clean sound, or they're tailoring for a good distorted sound. So this is relatively cheap. I paid 140 bucks for it plus tax, Canadian. If you're American, that's going to be 25% lower than what I paid. So 25% lower than 140 bucks is what you'll pay for it. So they're relatively cheap. Of course, that's just one pickup. So let me know your thoughts about the P90. Do you have one? Do you have it in a Strat specifically, or do you have it in a Gibson guitar or other guitar? Hope you enjoyed the very quick review on the P90 Gibson pickup, P94. Thanks for watching the video, guys. I hope it was helpful. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Also, don't forget to like the video. And if you do have any comments that you want to say, put it down in the comment section. If you have any requests for songs, or if there's something that was unclear in the video, don't forget to mention it. Okay, thanks a lot. We'll see you next time.